that the bill cannot be pushed through in DIN, and that you can't pass the Telangana bill without hearing from MPs from the Simandra region. Do you think that is fair? Because if you were to be allowed back into parliament, you've been suspended now, you will do the same thing. You came with pepper spray, you know, they're predicting someone could come with cyanide. There are all sorts of stories doing the rounds in Delhi. There could be trouble. Do you think that MPs from Simandra should be given an opportunity to have their say in parliament? Do you think that that's the least that should be done before a big decision is taken on Telangana, sir?
Rahul, we moved a no confidence motion on 9th of December, and every day we've been moving no confidence motion, and every day whenever it comes up for discussion, Speaker says the House is not in order, the government sends their own MPs to disturb the House so that the no confidence motion is not taken up. Even on that fateful day of 13th, we did move a no confidence motion, and even that day Speaker bypasses the no confidence motion without a mention of that, and she goes straight away to introduction of the bill, which was not in the agenda. The supplementary agenda is given at 2 o'clock, and they tried to introduce at 12 o'clock. We went there to remind Speaker that there is a no confidence motion, you need to take it up. And then we see in the several MPs from various states belonging to Congress trying to overpower us, assault us, and manhandle us. Is that democracy? Is that the way Parliament functions? On top of that,
this is an insult to the parliamentarians to allege that they were going to manhandle Mr. Rajgopal.
Just one by one. I don't want, I humbly request, I know that passions are very inflamed at this time, but I humbly request all our speakers to speak one at a time. Let Mr. Rajgopal speak. I'm coming to you, Dr. Vivek, in just a moment. Dr. Vivek, just hold it for a moment. I'm coming to you, because if everyone speaks at the same time, our viewers can make no sense of the debate. Mr. Rajgopalan, complete your argument, sir.
See, Speaker selectively suspends 16 MPs of Andhra Pradesh, overlooking the fact that there are several MPs of various states who belong to Congress who were there in the well. Is it not discrimination? And moreover, trying to pass a bill where we have enough stakes, trying to exclude the stakeholders from the debate or from issue which the parliament ought to settle unilaterally, undemocratically, and try to bulldoze things. Is it fair? Has any state been formed in this manner? That too in the...
Those are very important questions. You know, Madhu Gaud Yashki, I hope you've heard Mr. Rajgopalan. He's your former colleague. Now, of course, it's like India-Pakistan between Telangana and Simandra. Nirmala Sitharaman asked the same question. Chandrababu Naidu has the same question also. And that's the question the Congress must answer tonight. The fact that you're taking such a historic, monumental decision and not even allowing Madhu an opportunity to your colleagues like Mr. Rajgopalan to have their say. No other state has been split at a time when the assembly hasn't concurred with that decision. No other state has been split among such rancor. Is it fair for such a big decision to be taken, which is clearly not backed by all the MPs from Simandra, Madhu Gaud Yashki? What does the Congress have to say about that?
It's absolutely incorrect to say that. Both Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, when state were formed, both the bills were passed in Lok Sabha. Number two, in 1960...
No, but those were agreed upon by the state assemblies. Both of those were agreed upon by the state assemblies.
Rahul, let me say that. Under Article 3, I'm a lawyer, as a lawyer I'm speaking, under Article 3 it makes very clear, it is the parliament who is empowered to divide or add unto the borders of any state. In such case, the decision of the parliament will send it, the cabinet will send it to such assembly for its views only. There is no consent of the state assembly required. In that case, I can give a quick example. In UP, Mayawati government has passed a resolution asking the centre to make 4th state. Is it binding upon the parliament? No. It is completely upon the parliament to take the views of the assembly. Assemblies are not empowered whether to accept it or reject it. Here, we've been asking, and my own party MP, Mr. Lagadapat Rajgopal, what he's saying, his party too is, in his own house, the discussions taken place in 2004 to have an alliance with the TRS party. Congress party cleared last 10 years. It is Congress party stand to ask for separate state.
No, but you've made an important counter argument. Let Nirmala Sitharaman respond to this. No, let Nirmala Sitharaman and Mr. Naidu respond to this. Ms. Sitharaman,